Everyone. How are y'all doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. Let's wait until we get some people in here. Hi, Brown Empress. Hey, Diamond. How are you? Hey, Miss Desiree. Hey, Victoria. Welcome, guys. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Or whatever time it is where you are. No, Desiree. Doing good, Brown Empress. Thank you so much for asking. Hi, Ekima. Happy New Year. Let me see if I can. Rufalocera. Did I say that right? Happy New Year and Happy New Year to everyone, of course. Doing good, Victoria. I'm happy everyone's doing good as well. Welcome, June. Thank you so much. And you're welcome. Oh, well, that's awesome. Desiree, that's awesome. That's good news. That's good news. And you're welcome, Rafaela Sarah. Welcome. Good. I'm happy. I'm happy that you look forward to that, Victoria. So yes, as we are here, guys, everyone's here. I just saw 222. I mean, these numbers, they don't stop coming. But we are definitely here to get some answers. Hey, Crystal. And if you guys have any question at all, that's what I'm here for, to try to help you and to give you some answers in regards to what's happening, what's going on, what you think, what is it, what it is, what it's not. I try my best to help you. So whatever questions and answers you need, or whatever questions you have, I try my best. Okay, so go ahead. Let it out. Let it all out. What questions do you have? Let me see them. Please type. Of course, 222 is a very good number. Yes, Ekima, thank you so much. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button. Thank you so much. Hey, Maxie. Well, the questions and answers that we're doing is not we're not well, if you had come a little bit earlier in the evening, I accidentally did a did a live messages from your person. So that was then, but this time we're not using any cards or anything. It's just what you want to know about your twin flame journey. You know, the part that you learn from, the part that lets you know what to do, what not to do, or what to expect, what not to expect, or why your masculine does certain things, or what should you do in certain cases. Because it doesn't matter if you even hear or see messages from them if you don't know how to get to a certain situation, if you don't know how to get through a certain situation, then it's kind of like, what's the use? Like, nothing's gonna happen, you know? Okay, Brown Empress. Twin D, I feel like I should move on, but I feel like I'm stuck too. How to navigate through this? Okay, so the first thing and the most important thing is that you are to learn to let go and move on. once you find the strength to move on with your life and not being stuck on the twin flame journey, then that's where you come across that first union with self. Because automatically, what you're doing is telling yourself that, listen, this thing is draining me. This person is draining me. I'm tired. I'm sick of crying. I'm sick of being sad. I don't know what to do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to let it all go. I'm just going to focus on me. And I'm just going to know, you know what? Let God take charge of everything. The whole journey is trying to teach you to let go and let God. That's what the whole journey is trying to teach you. The whole point of the twin flame journey is to teach you that you are more important. Well, you and God, you're more important than anybody else out there. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who this person is. That's what this journey is trying to teach you. And not until you come across that and you realize that, yes, I really need to let go. I really need to, do me. I really need to take care of myself. I really need to just respect myself enough to know that if I'm not receiving the love that I need, that I deserve, then I should let it go. So yes, you feel like letting go. You feel like moving on. Now find the strength within you to do absolutely that. And I don't mean you're going to be doing it for a week, and then when you start to miss your person again, you jump back and you start to cry and start to wonder what's going on. No, you have to try to let it go. You have to try to live your life and do what's best for you. But at the same time you're living life and doing what's best for you, make sure you're finding God in the moment. Make sure you're walking with God, talking with God. That's the center of this journey. God. Because a lot of people think that, okay, I can just go about doing my business and I don't care about God because everybody wants to talk about God or whatever. Or some people who don't even want to mention God's name and they say the universe, right? As if God didn't create the universe. So find your time, your space, and everything with God, and you'll be just fine. You'll be fine. So that's what the journey is trying to teach you. Okay, so what happened? Let me tell you something. So you say you did that and he randomly popped up. He didn't randomly pop up. He popped up at a very perfect, right, best, that's the way it should be moment. What you don't understand, guys, on the twin flame journey, and I say it all the time, when you let go of your divine masking, when you start to focus on you, when you start to do what's best for you, then they're going to come back around. And the reason they do this is because they need to bring up wounds from within you for you to heal. So when you are doing you, when you are focused on you and you're not focused on them, hey, boom, boom, here they come. Because number one, it's a test. Because number one, God is trying to see, are you now going to change your mind and take your focus off of me because somebody you say you love came back into your life? Are you now going to be falling over them? Are you now going to be putting down everything to run behind them again because they came back? So it's like a test. Where's your focus? Is that where your focus is? Where's your focus? Is it on your life? Is it on improving yourself? Is it on improving your finances? Is it on improving your health? Or when the masking comes back around, you're going to lose yourself again. So it's a test. Are you going to lose yourself again? So there's no random here. They came back for a reason. They came back for a purpose. That's how it works. All right. Let me see it. Where is... Okay. I'm sorry, guys. My finger is touching the screen because I'm trying to scroll. Okay. 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 Angel of mine, what does it mean when you constantly see crows? Crows are a symbol of spiritual. It's like a spiritual guidance, right? There's a lot of different meanings to crows, because crows is seen as a form of connection between you and I don't know who or where or whatever. But when you see crows, there's something spiritual that's happening. But you're gonna have to look that one up to see the very specific meaning for like twin flames and stuff, because there's spiritual meanings. There's meanings where it's like if it's in a dream. Excuse me. So there are different meanings when you see crows, but they are a form of spiritual. Um, it's like they're the middle of something that connects you to the spiritual world. So you're gonna have to like see what's happening around you, know the exact meaning of seeing the crows, and then you can put one and two together. So if you see the crows now and what's going on in your life is like you feel like you're going through a transformation, it could be like that's what it's telling you, that a transformation is happening, the transformation is almost over. But you're gonna have to look into that one too to find out more, because I don't know much about crows, but I know that they symbolize this spiritual connection. And there's also other meanings too that I don't even like talking about, because they're a form of a symbol in regards to death, right? And death is in regards to a form of transformation. But even death and transformation is two different meanings, because there could be a literal death and there could just be a form of transformation that's happening. So that's why I'm saying you're gonna have to try to find a meaning for crows, and then you can see if you can put everything together. All right, let me see what else is here. Okay. June, how to break away from the twin. You can't get away from your person. If this person is your true twin flame, you can't get away, because the person is you. It's yourself. You can't get away from yourself no matter how hard you try. How are you going to get away from yourself? I don't know. It can't be done. It cannot. That's why you got to face the music. You can't get away from yourself. So you got to do what's necessary, which is to work on yourself. And working on yourself, it means to clear up your life. It means that whatever negative things that you've been done, that you've been accepting, that you've gone through in your life, you work on making sure they don't affect you in the present, so it doesn't affect your future. Because a lot of us, we have some negative ways about us. We have negative attitudes. We have negative emotions. We have some things that have held us back because of experiences we've had. And all these things, sometimes we bury them and we don't talk about it. Only when we are affected by a situation that's similar, then it comes to the surface. So now when you work on yourself, you automatically work on those issues. And that's why your masculine is there. Your masculine is there to bring up those issues. Your masculine is there to get those issues out that you have buried for so long, so that you can work on it. And that's why your divine masculine, they may hurt your feelings, right? They may disappoint you a lot. They may run away from you, and that's because we have a lot of issues. We have abandonment issues. So yes, they're going to come around, you're going to fall in love, and they're going to run away, because we have abandonment issues and we need to fix it. Some of us, we have jealousy issues. We need to fix it, because as soon as someone walks out of our life, we see them with somebody else. Or even if they're not out of our life, but we are with somebody and we see them with somebody else, oh my gosh, all hell is gonna break loose because we're gonna have all kind of negative thoughts in our head and we're gonna be jealous and all kind of thing, and we're gonna cause problem between our partners, even when this person doesn't mean anything to them. But because of our jealous energy, it affects our relationships. And that also is gonna lead to anger issues where you're gonna be angry about everything. So all these issues are things that we need to work on, and that's why these things happen with our masculines, because they're the ones who are responsible for bringing up those wounds. So that's why I always tell you they have the worst part of the job. Our job is just to heal. Our job is just to make ourselves better, while they are tasked with hurting our feelings. I don't want to be hurting nobody's feelings. I don't want that job, but that's the job that they have. And that's why as soon as you get over a certain emotion, as soon as that emotion doesn't control you anymore, then here comes your masculine again, because they're going to come back until you heal each and every wound you have buried inside of you. And that's why union always takes so long, guys, because sometimes we don't even know what's wrong with us because we're not looking at what's happening. We're so focused on the sadness we're feeling and the hurt that we forget that everything is a lesson and everything we need to learn. There's something we need to learn. We're on a journey, something we need to learn. We're in school, right? We're in twin flame school. It transformational school. It's like you're being reborn. You're being changed, and you have to become a brand new person. But in order to become a brand new person, you have to get rid of all those negative things from your past. So they have the worst part of the job, the worst part of the journey, right? So you can't break away from them, June. You just got to face the music and work on yourself. It's your choice. It's your choice. Either you work on yourself or you just said forget it and you go about your business and you never change. You never heal. You never get better. And you're going to continue to go through all the mess you've gone through from your past up until now. It's just going to keep repeating. Think of the twin flame journey as a chance to become a better person than you were in your past. And if you're willing to go through the transformation, if you're willing to look at every change that you need to make, if you're willing to work on yourself, if you're willing to connect to God and allow God to lead your life, then boom, that's your very first start of becoming a brand new you. And you will receive your reward. That's that love you've been longing for. Okay, well, my question is it normal to get sick after being with your twin after a long separation? I'm not sure about that. That could just be something regular. I know of a situation where, say for instance, you and your masculine, you're in separation and you may get sick, you're sick or something. But then when your person comes around, you may get better. And that's because they kind of like, it's like you're healing each other. But I don't know about you being sick after they come around. Right? Okay. Okay, Victoria. Can you tell me what does it mean if I frequently hear ringing in my ear, in my right ear, but now sometimes I'm hearing it my left ear now. It's like frequency vibrations. Can't explain. It's not a tetanitis. It's not tinnitus. But first, go check if it's tinnitus, okay? Go check. But yeah, it's kind of like that change, like you said, frequency. It's like a frequency change. It's like you're tuning into something, and you will most likely hear this like when you're alone, and that's why we're in separation so much. That's why we're by ourselves so much, because you need to be in tune to certain things. You need to be in tune to your feelings. You need to be in tune to what's going on around you. You need to be in tune to God. And you cannot do this in a crowd. You cannot do this with negativity around you. So when you are alone and you hear nothing, white noise, you hear nothing, that's when like the frequency changes and you can hear God more. You can hear yourself more. And sometimes you can even connect with your masculine more. So that sounds like a frequency change to me. Okay. Oh, Brown Empress, back to your response that you had said. And so now you are left thinking about this person. But like I had said, now that this person comes back, where your focus is, where is it gonna be? Are you now gonna lose yourself? Are you now gonna lose all the work that you put into yourself by now drawing your focus back to him? This is what self-control is, and this is what self-control does. It allows you to focus on what is important because you can control yourself. So right now you're allowing your mind to control you. You're allowing your mind to keep focus on this person. So you got to talk to yourself. You got to tell yourself about what's important and what's not and where your mind should be. That's where self-control comes from. All right. So try to have that self-control. That is something you need to be working on. Mm-hmm. Melis, first of all, you have to find out and know if this person is your true twin flame. That's the only way you're going to know if you're going to have a reunion. Go to my playlist, click on my name or my logo, go to my playlist, click on the playlist that says Learn About Twin Flames. And in that playlist, there are the first two videos, 15 true signs you've met your twin flame. And the second one is the #1 test. Please watch the 15 true signs you've met your twin flame. And then you take the #1 test. That test is going to be done between you and God, not between you and me or any other reader or anybody else. Between you and God. And you can't tell me you know it's your twin flame because you have a feeling. I say it all the time, your feeling doesn't work. I don't care how much you feel like you're in love with the person. It doesn't work. Feeling doesn't work. Our feeling is what gets us in this trouble in the first place. So feeling doesn't work here. You have to go to God. He sent you on this journey, so you got to figure it out. And you're going to figure it out through him. So that #1 test is going to be between you and God. When you watch it, it will tell you what to do. And you figure out if this person is your true twin flame. Because a lot of time we spend our time waiting and watching and looking and hoping for somebody to come back into our life. Somebody that we labeled our twin flame. No, the person didn't tell us they were our twin flame. We labeled them as our twin flame. And then nothing is happening with the person. And that's because this person may have just well been a soulmate. And the process is different from a soulmate and a twin flame. So you're wasting your life. You're wasting your time. So please go and find out if you're a true twin flame. And if you are a true twin flame, you get the answer that you're a true twin flame. But follow the instructions in the video. Then you're going to have to start to put in that work that needs to be done. Which is you working on yourself. Which is you changing all that's bad within you. And you've got to be honest with yourself. We have all got to be honest with ourselves. If you're somebody who gets angry all the time over nothing, you've got to admit it to yourself. If you're a controlling person, you've got to admit it to yourself. That's the only way you can work on it. Because you've got to first acknowledge that there's a problem before you can fix it. And once you start to get all these things fixed within you, then you're going to start to see changes within your person. Because every time you change something, they're going to pop up again. Because like I said before, their responsibility is to bring up a wound, is to bring up one of those negative emotions so that you can then work on it. All right? You know how I describe the roles of the masculine and the feminine. I use a washing machine, and I use it to describe the role of both the masculine and the feminine. The divine feminine is like the laundry, the dirty laundry. The dirty laundry is the divine feminine. The divine masculine is one who is going to dictate where and when and how the divine feminine, the dirty laundry, gets into the washing machine. So when the divine masculine takes up that dirty laundry, the divine feminine, put it in the washing machine, and while the divine feminines, they are working on themselves in the washing machine, getting cleaned, the divine masculine is going to be there, and they're going to come and check every minute. Is the clothes done washing? Is the clothes clean? And they're not going to stop checking until the clothes is cleaned. So every time they come back, they're checking, is the clothes clean? Is it ready to be worn? Like, no, it's kind of still dirty. The wash cycle is not over, or the clothes is still wet. So they're the ones responsible for you to get clean. Because it's like a start over, a do-over for you. And once you are working on yourself and you're removing all that dirt and muck that's within you, that dirty laundry, and when you're all done and fresh and clean and white as snow now, then your divine masculine is going to come back in for that very last time, for that last union, because you are done being clean. You're done being washed, I should say. And then the last thing they're going to do is put you in that dryer for you to just get smooth out. That's after everything. Everything's now going to be smooth out and ready to be worn. So you're ready for union. So it's like your divine masculine is the watchman. While you're being clean, they're there standing guard, making sure that you are clean and ready. And if you're not, you're going back in there. So that's how I describe the twin flame journey. Well, the roles of the masculine and the feminine. Okay. Jennifer, I'll have to probably do a reading to figure that out. But it depends on what happened with you and your person, Jennifer. Because most times I'm gonna say one thing though, guys. Always remember, everything happens for a reason. If you and someone, you're in a relationship, and if this person broke up with you, it's for a reason. So you let the person go. Let them go. It's hard to do because you may love this person, but what I always tell you to ask is, does this person love me? And if you come to the conclusion that they don't love you, but you still want them back, like, my God, then we have something we need to work on here. Yeah, we have deep wounds that we need to work on. So once somebody walks away from you, you're no longer in a relationship, let them be, let them go. If they made a mistake, they're going to realize it when they're out there. But at the same time, do not let them leave you in this energy. Like, oh, she can't do better without me. She can't do good without me. She can't find anybody better than me. And you're there sitting down crying all the day long. And then you're going to, as this person come back, you're going to rush and like, oh my God, yes, he loves me, loves me, loves me. That's what they want to see, that you will always be there. No matter what I do, no matter how many times I run away, you will always be there, will always welcome me. And it's the same thing with the divine masculines. Yes, we love them and everything, but they shouldn't be like this I can't do without you energy. Because that's why the behavior doesn't stop, because every time they run away, you welcome them back. And they're going to go again, come again. So when this person walks out of your life, no matter who they are, twin flame, soulmate, no matter who it is, let them go, let them be. They'll realize their mistake. If they're meant to be with you, they're going to realize it and they're going to have to come back. Or you're going to realize when you're in separation, you're going to realize that, oh my God, what was I doing? What was I thinking? This person was definitely not for me. And then you can work on yourself, because who is definitely for you will definitely be out there waiting for you. But how are you going to find a person that's meant for you if you're constantly hanging on to your past? If you're constantly hanging on to somebody that walked away from you? Them walking away from you is an answer. Is an answer. There's no closure that needs to be had. Nothing. It's an answer. If they wanted to be there, they would be there. And if they don't want to be there, that's why they went. So let them not be there. And if they're meant to be in your life, they will definitely come back around. But then you're going to have to learn now. Am I going to accept this person back with their negative behavior? No, you're going to have to respect yourself enough to be strong enough to say, I love you, but you're still the same old person. You're still the same old person. And what guarantee do I have that you're going to stick around if we should be together again? You're going to have to be strong enough to say that. Okay. You're welcome, Brown Empress. Okay, Neo. All right, Neo, rest in peace. Oh my gosh. It's hard, but like I was saying, Neo, to know if the person is your true twin flame, just go to my playlist. Those 2 videos will help you a lot, because a lot of times we may think somebody's our twin flame, but they're just a soulmate, and what you're doing is hurting yourself, because you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your precious years. You're just wasting time when that real person that's meant for you is gonna pass you by, because you're not gonna be there in the present moment to give anybody else a try in your life, and you're gonna lose someone special, someone precious to you, because you were hanging on to the past. So you got to figure it out. You have to. Victoria, I'm really trying to surrender now and to leave it in God's hands, but I just cannot get him out of my thoughts for over a year. For over a year now, I've tried many times, but I just can't. Why is that? You can't forget him because you are not forgetting him. Because you're not telling yourself to forget him. Because you keep thinking about him. Of course, they may cross your mind, yes. But, again, self-control. When the thoughts of this person come to you, it's your choice to sit there and think about them and to reminisce about the past and to start thinking about where you want to be with them. Or it's your choice to say, you know what, I can't think about this person today. I can't bother with this. I got things to do. I got to get this person off my mind. And I said, I'm going to give it to God. So I cannot have any time to, think about you right now. It's a choice. It's what you tell yourself. That's what's going to be done. There's no way you're going to give something to God and then as soon as the person comes back on your mind, you're going to be there and thinking about them again. That means you just didn't give it to God. You just said you would. But it's what you do. You have to say, I give it to God, and you have to let it go. Whenever the person comes across your mind, find something else to do, find something else to think about. And no matter how hard it is, you are going to push yourself to do what's best for you. Because you know this person will consume your mind. You know this person is going to be on your mind morning, noon, and night. Is that good for you? No, because you're not going to be able to do anything. And I can talk because I've been there. My twin flame was on my mind once. I was driving and this person just is on my mind and I just keep thinking about it and I'm driving. And you know what happened to me? I almost ran the red light. I ran the lights, but it was orange. It was orange and it already turned to orange. That means it was going to turn to red. And I almost hit a car. Because I was so zoned out, because I was so thinking about my person, because my person was on my mind and I had no control. I was just there thinking, oh my God, and reminiscing about what's going on and looking at what these memories are showing me. And I almost had an accident. And that was one of my wake up moments when I said, no, I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this. I cannot allow this person to take over my mind like this. Because am I gonna kill myself because I'm thinking about somebody? Because somebody comes on my mind, I'm gonna be so consumed in thought about them that I don't even know what's going on around me. No, hell no. No, no, no. So that was one of my wake up moments. I can't do it. So it's the same way you're gonna have to do to yourself. What do you love more? The thought of the person or the control that you have over your own life? It's about what you want for yourself. It's about what you think is best for you. And if thinking about them the whole day and you can't get them off their mind, if that's what's best for you, then by all means, go ahead. Go ahead. So figure out what's best for you. Figure out what makes you happy, what makes you a better person. Figure out what gets you going. Figure out what gets you changing your life and focus on that. Because if you keep focusing on the person, you're not going to move. You're not going to do anything. So keep your focus on what you need to be doing in your life and your connection with God. And this is the thing too. This is something we don't realize and we don't understand. One of the reasons why we are in separation is because it's like God is saying to you, let me see who you love more. Let me see who is going to be on your mind more. Let me see who you respect more. A mere man that I gave to you, or a mere woman that I gave to you, or you loving me? What is more important? And the more you focus on the person, is the farther they go away. And that's the reason why the more you focus on your masculine, the farther you push them away. Because you are driving a wedge between you and God using the masculine. So, what's more important to you? The love you have for God and yourself, or the love that you have for your masculine? And who are you going to put first? You're going to put a man or a woman over God? Or are you going to put God over a man or a woman? It's about finding God and realizing that God is number one in your life. Because with God, everything else follows. Everything else follows. And you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And I'm testimony of that. I'm proof of that. I'm proof of that. Because here I am sitting down, teaching you guys, helping you guys, when I had no intention of doing so. When I didn't even want to be here. But I put my trust in God, even though I can't see God talking to me, but I hear him. And I said, I'm trusting in you, God. Even now, sometimes I'm like, because these negative thoughts come and you have negative people coming around and like, this is not of God or whatever kind of thing. And I do get discouraged sometimes. But I have to remember that it's God that sent me here. And everything that he told me to do from there on until now has been all correct and has all worked out. So you have to find out who is more important in your life, God or a man. That's what God is trying to show you. Who is more important to you? Me or a mere man? So you got to figure that out. Yes, Victoria, being a brand new person, I think, means actually transforming back to who we really are. Yes, that's it. You're being reborn back into the person that you were meant to be before we were corrupted. Before all the boyfriends or girlfriends we've had corrupted our heart and make us being all this sad and droopy and not think that love deserves us or we deserve love ever in our life again. The person that God meant us to be, a leader, a teacher, a guide, his servant, the person that should be working for him. So you got to release all those negative things out of you before you can get back to that place. Okay, so Maxi, please watch those videos that I was talking about so you can get to figure out if the person that you're talking about is your true twin flame. Okay. Oh, June. Oh, sorry to hear that, June. I broke my foot Wednesday, so I'm working and have been myself. Life has grown. All these men coming at me, and I'm not settling. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm still trying to understand what he's trying to tell me. I always saying his name when that happens. Welcome, Mexi. And you're welcome, Melis. Okay, Victoria. So even if it's what you're sensing and what you're picking up on, it's still something that you're giving your focus to. It's still something that you're prioritizing. Of course, you can hear something, you can ignore it, and you can go about your business. But is it that important? You are connected to your twin flame, so you may hear things that's going on with them. You may see and feel things that's happening with them. But are you going to give priority to it? Are you going to sit down and try to think about what it means or how and why am I feeling this way, or figure out, oh, what's going on with this person because I'm feeling this? What's your priority? What you're thinking and feeling, or where your life should be, or the steps you should be taking to improve your life? That's what I'm trying to say to you. So what's more important? What you're thinking, feeling, hearing, going through, or where your life should be? Because I know you're going to spend 20 minutes, a half an hour, 1 hour sitting down and thinking about your person, when during that 1 hour you could be taking a walk outside, smelling that beautiful, nice, fresh air, or you could be working on a business plan, or you could be doing something else for yourself. What's your priority? Okay. Melinda, I'm struggling to me. Mental health and having phobias, being alone. Will my twin come back and give me the answers I deserve to know? Okay, you're number one, your twin does not have any answer for you. Your twin does not have no answer for you. Nothing that you need to know comes from your twin. Everything that you need to know comes from within you. You are just trying to figure things out because your person is not there. As you said, you have a phobia being alone, and that's because you have abandonment issues. That because you always want somebody around you to feel like you're wanted, like you're needed. Whereas it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. You should be able to be alone by yourself. And I have a number for you, 4444. So please look that number up and see what it's trying to say to you. 44, 44. You should be able to be alone by yourself and you're happy because you're not depending on anybody to be happy. You have dependent issues. So you have to work on all those things. You have to work on your dependency, not being able to depend on anyone to be happy, right? The abandonment issue, you're scared of people running away from you. You have to work on being alone, learning to be alone and loving it. I've been alone for how many years now? And sometimes I'm here in my house, I'm sitting down, I'm watching TV and watching my Netflix, and I'll just be bursting out laughing and rolling all over the place. I'm wondering if my neighbors think I'm crazy. Because I'm so happy, I'm so contented being by myself. Whereas before, I always want somebody around me to tell me they love me. That's why I had that chasing energy. When I had a man in my life and if they're walking away, I'll be chasing them. I want them there because I want to feel that love. I want somebody to be there to love me. But this twin flame journey taught me a lot. And I realized that loving myself and allowing God to lead my life, like I don't need anything else. And everything I need, I go to God and it gets delivered. It gets delivered. Everything I need comes to me. Even sometimes I think it's not coming, but it does. It does come because it's not on my time, it's on God's time. Let me give you an example. I'm here, and for most of you who've been on this channel, you know that I always say I'm here alone in Canada by myself. I don't have anybody, right? I have this one friend that I recently found out was here in Canada, maybe about, 3 years now because last year just passed. So that's the only person that I really know. There's somebody else, but that person treated me like crap when I needed help, so I no longer communicate with her. So aside from those two people, it's just me alone. I have nobody. And where I moved to here in Manitoba, it's just me. I know nobody, not a single soul. And sometimes I'm really not financially stable. And it came to a point where I needed water because I don't like drinking from the tap because the water is not good here and they always have some issues. And I really needed some water. And imagine little how water is cheap, right? But I couldn't afford to buy the water. And the thing is too, I couldn't even go outside because I wasn't feeling my best. And I started talking to God because I remember with God all things are possible. I always try to take my mind back to God. And I'm telling God, like, God, I need water. I need some water. And I can't go outside. I'm not feeling well or whatever I was saying. And you know what happened? Like, I think it was the next day or 2 days after. I don't remember. But what happened was I heard a knock at my door. And when I went to the door, it was a package got delivered from Amazon. And I didn't pay attention to the name because I was expecting a package myself. And I wasn't looking at the name. So when I opened the package, you know what was in that package? I think there were like either 2 or 3 cases of pure water or Perrier water. About 3 or 4 cases of Perrier water that was in that delivery. And I was like, what in the world? I couldn't believe it, guys. You know, I mean, like, I was going crazy. Crazy out of shock. Because I'm like, I can't believe God answered my prayer. I can't believe. Look, water. I was, oh my God. I don't think you guys understand like the way that I feel. I'm like, water. But then I'm like, oh wait, it's not mine because I checked it and I'm like, I didn't order any water. I don't even remember what I ordered then. I think it was something to make my precious stone jewelry, because at the time that's what I was doing to help myself, you know. I still am. So guys, go check out my precious stone jewelry and support your girl. Twin D Holistic Boutique, that square that site. Okay, thank you. So when I looked at the name, I saw the address and the name, and I'm like, oh my God, this is not for me. But I already knew because I didn't order Perrier water. So I called Amazon and I'm like, they delivered the package to me, but it's not mine. I'm like, could you send somebody back to take it back to the right address? The person said, no, no, it's miss, it's okay. You can keep the contents and whatever is inside. We're just going to refund the person for their order. And I'm like, no, it's okay. You know, I can even go drop it off at the address. They said, no, ma'am, it's okay. You can keep what is inside. And this is what the person is talking to me and say, you can keep what is inside. We're just going to refund the person for their order. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Because I really needed that water. I still have a couple case of water left, and that was like in last year. It's like last year. And I still have a couple left, and it's because of how I got that water why I still have some of them. So I want you all out there to know, with God all things are possible. So it doesn't matter what you say or think you don't have or you cannot have. You got to first trust God. it I'm shocked. I was shocked. But that's not the only thing. If you're on my channel, you would have seen another situation where I had asked the camp for some help for my friend, that one friend that I told you that I have. She's in Toronto. And when we came up with the money that I asked for, I don't remember the exact amount, but it was like $269 or something. And when I sent it to her, she almost died. She almost had an heart attack, because at the time she needed like $262. And imagine the amount of money that I collected from everybody and we sent it to her was almost the exact same amount. And she had said that the very day when I sent the money to her, she was just praying to God and asking God for some help, because she needed it and she didn't know who else to turn to or what else to do. She was just begging for some help. And that miracle happened. So once you allow God to work in your life, once you allow God by your side, you can never go wrong. And you will never be in need of anything. And take my testimonies for it, because they're true. I'm not going to lie to you. What am I getting out of lying to you? I don't know you. You don't know me. So what am I getting out of lying to you? Nothing. Nothing. So you got to release these things and people that you're holding on to. And you got to start to focus on God. So nobody has any answers for you. You got to find your answers within yourself. Okay? Your answers are within you and God. So just make sure you're focused on God, and everything will get delivered to you at the very right moment. All right? Hey, Karen. Hi, Deborah. Can my DM feel my love when I'm sending him love? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They can. And that's why whenever you will even see messages like they're saying, stop doubting the connection, or I'm feeling whatever. But it's because they're feeling your energy. So if they're feeling your sadness, your doubts, of course they're going to feel your happiness, your joys, and the love that you're sending to them. Hey, Sky. But I'm not using the cards today. I'm just answering questions about twin flame journey or anything that you want to get, you know, resolved. Happy New Year's, Alpha. New Year. So, Melinda, if the person is toxic to you, that should be the number one reason not to have them in your life. If somebody is toxic to you, that should be the reason you say, stay away, buddy. Stay away, ma'am. I don't need no toxic behavior in my life. I don't need no toxic person in my life. I can't take it. Right? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, let's see. Uh-uh. Melinda, I'm struggling financially and struggling mentally due to all what people did to me. All I can do is wait and suffer. You crazy? I'm s- I'm so what? Done being kind, doesn't care what people think of me anymore. I'm crying a lot because listen to me here, Melinda. What people do to you or what they're trying to do to you is just what they're doing. Seeing? It's just what they're doing. Get it? It's just what somebody's doing. But what are you going to do in response to that? Are you going to sit down and let whatever they're doing take over your life? Are you going to sit down and say, oh my God, somebody's trying to hurt me, so I'm just going to sit down and let it happen? Oh, hell no. Again, self respect, self love, self care. And you got three big forces up above you to help you. Got three big forces up there: the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. You got three big forces up there to help you. I'm always well, I'm not feeling well all the time. And I know for a fact that when this head problem started, it was because it could somebody, because I dreamt it, you know. I dreamt it. But I'm not gonna let it stop me or let it keep me down. So I'm always like drained. I'm always like in pain. And that's why sometimes I can't even get the messages done. But I'm not gonna let it stop me. And I find that whenever I put myself in this energy, like I gotta get God's word out, I gotta go help these people, I gotta go do what I'm meant to do, it's gone. The uncomfortableness is gone. The pain is gone because I'm pushing through it, I'm fighting through it. I'm not gonna allow anything or anybody to stop me. Only God alone can say, Twindy, okay, it's time for you to stop now. Because He sent me here, so only Him alone can stop me. So it doesn't matter what anybody's trying to do to you. It's up to you. Are you going to allow whatever they're doing to affect you to the point that you do nothing? Or are you going to get up, stand up, fight for your right? That's a song you I don't know, you guys know. Get up, stand up. Bob Marley. You got to get up and fight. You got to get up and fight. And that's what black magic does. It plays with your mind. Because your mind is a powerful thing. Your mind tells you to go, your mind tells you to stop. But if you allow that to happen, of course you're going to be depressed and sad and not doing anything because you're allowing your mind to tell you to do it. It's about a choice. Life's about a choice. What are you going to allow in your life? That depression? Or are you going to rise above energy and all this thing? It's a choice. You can stay in the depression or you can get out of it. But you have to tell yourself. I can tell you, but it means nothing to you. But what you tell yourself, it means the whole world. Okay? Okay, where am I? Two birds, but it depends on what kind of birds they are, Deborah. It depends on what kind of birds they are. You know, if you're seeing doves, it's a symbol of peace, it's a symbol of love and harmony. If you're seeing like the swans, yes, it's a sign of love and long life and love, long love in the connection between you and your person. But they are, again, different birds, so you have to find out what kind of bird it is and the meaning of those two birds. And I'm just seeing 22, 22. All right, so look that up, Deborah, and see what it's saying to you and everybody else here. No, Victoria, I want God to take those thoughts away. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's not the way it works. Self-control. It's about self-control. You can't allow God, well, God is not going to take those thoughts away just because you want to be free. It's a lesson. Why are you thinking like that? Find the lesson behind why you're thinking like that, and the thoughts will go away. If you're being taught a lesson and they take away the lesson, how are you going to learn? You can't learn. You cannot. You cannot. Hmm. Karen, I don't know if you heard what I had said before in regards to knowing if somebody is your twin flame. Please click on my name or my logo there and it will take you to my page. When you get to my page, please click on the playlist tab. Maybe if you're using your phone, maybe you're gonna have to scroll over so you can find the playlist tab. When you click on the playlist, go to the playlist that says learn about twin flames. When you get to that playlist, the first two videos in there, 15 true signs you've met your twin flame and the number one test. Make sure you watch the 15 true signs first, because that will tell you the symptoms and signs you're going to have after you've met your twin flame. And the number one test is going to be between you and God, where you're going to ask God, and I tell you what to do in the video, and God is going to give you your answer. Okay, and that's how you're going to know if the person is your twin flame. And please follow the instructions specifically. All right? All right. Well, Desiree, glad you're feeling well, all right? Yes, Deborah, this person is always gonna be a part of you, but the major part is even when you let go, of course, they're gonna still be a part of you, because remember, again, this person is your soul. Your soul can't be removed from you, right? So they're always gonna be there, but it's that self-control that's gonna allow you to control what happened, when things happen, and how it affects you. Okay. Hi, Pamela. Welcome. Hello, Deb. How are you? I'm just trying to find questions, guys. Deborah, what happens if my DF isn't doing his healing? Will reunion happen? That permanent union will not happen if your DF is not doing the work. Union depends on the divine feminine. And this is the reason why we are not in union, because there are things that we need to work on. There are issues that we need to fix, and not until we fix them will union happen. And that last reunion is going to be decided by God. God's going to decide when you're ready. God's going to decide when you're truly ready. And that last union happens after like the last separation. And this last separation is going to happen like it's going to be the longest separation. Because for all the other separations, you could be in separation for like 3 months at a time, you know. But this last separation is gonna be the longest one. Like you're gonna be in separation for like a year or 2 years before. So that's how that works right there. So if your divine feminine is not doing the work, the reunion won't happen. But at the same time, the divine masculine, especially if they understand what's going on, they need to also be doing the work, because you mirror each other. And if you're working on yourself, divine masculine, then it will reflect on the divine feminine, and they will be pushed to also put in the work in a certain area that needs to be worked on. And then you both will be healing at the same time as well. Wow, Melinda, congratulations. Congratulations, Melinda. Oh, yeah, like Desiree said, is it with your twin? You're welcome, Karen. Well, I got a feeling he's watching me sometimes, or is it only in my head? No, Maxie, they do keep a watch on you. They do keep a watch on you. Like I said, they can sense you, they can feel you the same way you can sense and feel them. And they are trying to see what's going on with you. They are gonna try to find some way to see what's going on with you when you're in separation, especially if you are the one who is not talking to them, especially if you're working on you and you can't be bothered with the chasing and the running and the ups and down and all the foolishness they keep up with. They are going to try to find a way to see you. And because they're going to be thinking about you a lot, because you're going to be on their mind a lot, and this is like where the energy now shifts. This is where like you now as the divine feminine now becomes the divine masculine, and now the masculine now becomes the divine feminine, because you are running away, because you're now focused on you. You have no time for their foolishness. So now they have to chase you to find out what's going on. So they're going to always want to try to find out. And again, because they are thinking about you so much, then you're going to feel that energy. So they are going to be watching you all the time, of course. Even that's why some of the messages you see that like I'm thinking about you, and what's the one that I really want to say? What's the one that I really want to say? Yeah, I'm watching you from afar and things like that. Yeah, that's why that happens. Oh, nice, Neo, giving up smoke. Exactly, that's awesome. And that's one thing that we need to know as well, guys. All these little behaviors, these are negative behaviors that we need to work on too. So if we only think it's only our emotions, no, that's wrong. There's unhealthy things that we do in our life, because smoking is bad for you, which means you're hurting your body. And you are purposefully hurting your body because you're putting something in there that does not belong or should not be in your body. So you're self-harming. You're harming yourself, which does not show love at all, self-love at all. So all these things we've got to stop. The drinking, you know, like if you're used to drinking too much, if you're used to smoking a lot, and that's why people with the drug habit and stuff like that, they have to learn to break away from those things. And if there's a divine masculine who has that drug habit, it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take them a long time to get over that, which means union will take longer for that pair. So there's a lot of things that we need to work on, which determines union. Okay. Neo, you gotta put that smoking away. Oh my gosh. Neo, what kind of a message is that? Oh my gosh. Yes, so all you guys out there who smoke, you've got to give that up. It doesn't matter what you're smoking. You gotta give it up, okay? There's no way around it. The cigar, the cigarettes, the vaping, the marijuana, you gotta give it up. You got to. Hey, Pamela. Oh, that I don't know. That I can't tell you about having more children. That's something between you and your person and God. That's not up to me to tell you. Happy New Year, Maxie. That's not something that I can tell you, and don't let anybody tell you if you are or if you're not. Just go on living your life. Just keep talking to God, and if this is something you want with your partner, you both work on that. But don't let anybody dictate your life in regards to you having children or any kind of changes that you should make. All right, go to God and talk to God about it. All right. Yes, it may be hard, Victoria, but it's a must do. And again, you got to do what's more important, a healthy body, self love, or cigarettes, or cigar, or marijuana. Which one is it? What's more important? Mm. Plus, guess who will have more money to save because they're not buying cigars? Okay, you. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, if there's no more questions, or if you do, please ask. Excuse me. All right, guys, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. But thanks to everyone for showing up. Please hit that like button on your way out and make sure that you are taking care of yourself, loving you, and whatever questions you don't get to ask tonight, or if you're watching this after it's been aired, save up your questions. I'm going to try and do it next week again, Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So make sure that you guys are working on yourself and you're focusing on you and God. Okay? That's all that matters. Everything else is comes in third. Third or fourth in your life. Okay. So I hope you guys learned something tonight. I love you all. Happy New Year to everyone, especially if you're just joining. Happy New Year to you. Please subscribe and like and watch your messages. So, love you. Let go and let God. And I see you in the morrows later. Oh, yes, I'm going to be doing messages from your masculines live. And guys, you may see me doing the messages, but I don't show the cards and stuff. So, I may be doing that for a while. And like for the messages from the masculine and within the 3 days and stuff, I may do those live. So just look out for the little changes, because most times I get more download when I'm not videoing, because it gives me that space to think and to hear and to listen. So I may be doing that for a while, but I still do like the messages from your masculine or feminine, and within the 3 days I may do that live, because I think seeing the cards, that will make it better, especially for the messages. Okay, so I'll see you guys. Love you. Let go and let God. Later.